I've seen people broil, fry, roast, and even make okra water, but I've never seen anyone juice okra before. This video was inspired by Margaret. They commented and asked if they could see me juice softer produce with this juicer to test it out, and also some leafy greens. So that's what we're doing today. I have some pears with me, mango, kiwi, spinach, zucchini, and of course, okra. So what I'm gonna do is break this down into 2 recipes. So we're gonna start off with something more sweet, which is gonna be the mango kiwi pear recipe. And then lastly, we're gonna try the guest of honor, the okra. I'm gonna juice that by itself first, and then I'm gonna add in the zucchini and spinach and come up with a concoction, just see what it tastes like, and figured it would be fun. So let's just jump right into it and see if this juicer could actually handle this soft produce and what this okra juice is about to taste like. Before I put all the ingredients into the juicer, I learned that pears doesn't have the same poisonous center that the apples do. So technically we could put the full pears inside the juicer and not have to worry about coring it or removing the seeds. Just an FYI. Let's go ahead and load up. So we can see clearly that it is very, very wet, but that's kind of expected from soft produce. However, I could tell that there's juice still left in the pulp. So this, I think, may be a good idea to go for a second round and put it through the juicer again. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's give an experiment. But before we do so, let's try the juice. I feel like I know this is already going to taste good, but let's just do a quick little taste test before we see what happens when we put this pulp back into the juicer. And then we're going to go to the fun part, is trying the okra. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you like smoother juice, I recommend doing another strain, usually like with the mesh strainer. And what I could have done was put the mesh strainer between the part where you release the juice and the container that captures the juice. That way it kind of automatically strains it as you're pouring it out. But aside from that, it's really tasty. So let's go ahead and load this up again and see how much additional juice we can get out of it. Let's actually measure it. So right now we have this much. I'm gonna drink this down so that we can have this empty so we can get an idea of how much additional juice we can get out of this pulp. Here, but it looks very pulpy just from my up-close experience of it. Let's try to tilt it. Alright, so after rejuicing the pulp, we ended up getting about this much more juice. Let's see what the pulp looks like now. So still pretty moist, and I still see some juice at the bottom as well. So I feel like at this point, instead of going through another strain, I may use this as like a smoothie bowl. Probably put it in the freezer to give it a little chill to it. Sprinkle some chia seeds in there, and then after it gets a little coldness, I will add some banana on top of it, whatever toppings, and then just eat it as is, if I'm honest. So it's nice and chewy, and have a little snack for later. Okay, now we're ready for the fun part. Let's try juicing the okra. So I made sure to clean out all of the containers. I am not going to clean the juicer due to time constraints, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and just completely fill it with okra and just see how it handles okra by itself. And then we're gonna push through the zucchini and spinach. I saved some pears just in case I wanted to add some sweetness to it because I feel like otherwise it may be a real bitter juice. Let's go ahead and start adding the okra. I'm really excited about this. So I don't think you could juice okra. We have plenty of pulp here, slimy, very slimy pulp, which I am going to reuse because I love okra and I'm not wasting it. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like up close, but I'm convinced even the little juice I have here isn't from the okra. It was from what was left over from the mango juice. And it's really interesting because inside of it, it's really slimy. So what I'm gonna do is continue on with the zucchini, the pears, and the spinach. We just can't juice okra. I wanna show you the pulp. Oh dear, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but yeah, essentially we just smushed up all the okra with the juicer. But I kind of don't want to give up yet. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the zucchini, spinach, and pear in there, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of this on top because maybe it just needed a carrier, you know? You know what I'm saying? So let's just see something. And by the way, don't do what I did. Always put the leafy greens in first. Shove a little bit more. Some more zucchini on top. And a little bit of okra. Ah! Jump scare. Look at this. I think it's safe to say that that was a failed experiment. Should I try this? It's very jelly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pour it into a glass so you could see what I'm talking about. Cheers. Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. You know, after adding the pear, the zucchini, the spinach, all you could taste is like the very popular slime flavor of the okra and nothing else really. I'm not even sure how I could repurpose this. So I'm gonna be doing some Googling, but yeah, let's just wrap this up. So now we know we can absolutely juice things like mango, kiwis, and pears, but the pulp will be very extensive. So if you're okay with juicing it for a second time, then that's great. If you could repurpose it in some way, shape, form, that's also great. So I wouldn't recommend adding like apples or anything with the core because the pulp becomes reusable. In terms of juicing okra, don't do it. Don't try it at home. I tried it for you. I took the L. Let's keep it at that. You can't juice okra, but I'm sure the zucchini, the pear, and the spinach would have been great if I didn't pair it with okra. So yeah. All right, peace out. See you all in the next video. If there's something you would like to see from me as well, let me know in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next videos. All right, peace and love.